everyone! So this video is going to be my second video in my personal tidying journey series where I'm showing you how I'm actually going about and tidying my life the KonMari way. So after clothes, the next categories are books and papers. And if you guys haven't checked out my tidying categories cheat sheet, you can check it out. PDF link is below. So the first step when tidying books is you have to take off all of the books off of the bookshelf or wherever they are and put them all on the floor. And so what I did was I used this dolly to kind of load all my books into so I can move it into the central living room area so that I can sort them out there. So this dolly made it super convenient to transport books. I think without it I would have been a lot more tired in this process. Here's my bookshelf before I started tidying. So I haven't really organized this bookshelf in years, and on the bottom I have a bunch of children's books that I just kept from my childhood and we had no reason to throw it away until now. I also keep photos and mementos on my bookshelf, so I had to sort out the mementos and keep them for tidying later and just focus on the books. Do not get distracted. Here's my dolly, and I also have this box for recycling whatever I find. The dolly wasn't big enough for all of my books, so I had to make multiple trips to collect all of my books. Also, I made sure to check all around the house for any random books lying around because we keep books in separate areas, so I made sure to gather all of the books from the different areas of the house onto the living room. Here are all of the books that I've laid out on the floor. After sorting for a few hours, I came up with 3 piles of books in the end. The first pile is a pile for the books that I'm going to discard and recycle. And the second pile are books that are in better condition and I'm going to try to donate to a local library. And the final pile are the books that spark joy and that I'm going to put back on my bookshelf. Books that I like, reference, and some other books I like. Some yearbooks and books that remind me of childhood. Yay! Alright, moving on, the next category is papers, and I think I tidied papers about a week after I tidied my books. Papers was an interesting one for me because I am sentimental about things and I like to keep my old notebooks and things from high school and college. So here's my bunch of papers. Most of them are from high school, college, internships, studying abroad, and miscellaneous. So the process begins by picking one up and asking, does this spark joy? Obviously, I have to look inside to see what it is, and every time I look inside, I kind of get lost. And if it sparks joy, I know immediately because the notebook brings back good memories. And if it doesn't, I know that I can easily let it go. And then I found blocking for my dance team, which makes me really happy, so I'm going to keep this notebook. Look at all this blocking. What was really helpful for organizing loose papers was getting this accordion file folder, and it also helped me limit the amount of papers that I could keep because there were only so many tabs. In the end, here is my recycle and discard pile. And here are the papers, folders, and notebooks that I'm going to keep because they spark joy and make me happy. Alright, I hope that video was helpful. You get to see my process in tidying books and papers. To be honest, clothes was probably the most difficult category for me because I had so many clothes and I just don't like to discard my personal things. Clothes feel very personal to me, but books and papers were easier to get through. I feel like the rest of the categories are a little bit easier until you get to mementos at the end. So hopefully by mementos, your intuition is strong enough that you know what you want to keep and what you don't want to keep. I will let you know when I get there. So next video will be on the miscellaneous category. I've already started tidying miscellaneous, so I will keep you guys updated on when I finish it and post the video. So in the meantime, happy tidying, good luck, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!